Test. Uh, 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 uh. Live? Yes, yes, good, good, yes, good. Yes, good. You hear me loud and clear, yeah? Honestly, I was feeling like shit and was considering not streaming. And I was engrossed in reading a book. Yep. I get the feeling it was AI written now and then because of typos. Well, not so much typos, but rather common phrases like I don't really have, like, you know, word pairings, common words that go together. They would just pop up randomly mid sentence. Now I have to check. Not gonna recommend it yet. Anyway, Blue Archive, right? Not what you say. There we go. Jeez. You really just shouldn't say that. You really shouldn't say that. But first, prologue: a day with the Knowledge and Liberation Front. Right. I find it really odd that they call it a Liberation Front. I know it's Red Winter and all that, and they're worrisome. You okay? No, all this dust is killing my lungs. That's why we're cleaning. What's the point? Why do all this cleaning when nobody's ever here to appreciate it? President Cherno is the only visitor, and she comes here to nap. Though honestly, while that is disappointing, one must always, you respect nap spots, They're hard to find after all. It's like taking a nap during class. You feel comfortable enough to nap while the teacher is droning off, but when they're gone, you just can't get into that mode. That comfy mode that you just nod off. Not quite the analogy, but not quite the intended analogy, but even a person's presence and droning can be considered a location, don't you think? Yeah, I had a lecture once. We just read off the slides. Yeah, even the other classes didn't. He put everyone to sleep, man. Everyone. He could have been weaponized. And if they're actually expecting visitors, then they should at least let us stock more books. I agree, but is keeping the library clean such a bad thing? We live here, so we benefit from it whether anybody else is here or not. Please don't try to trick me with your well-reasoned arguments. Sometimes people find unexpected treasures while they're for cleaning. Yeah, like coins beneath the couch. Or in the cushions. Yeah. That being said, nowadays, nobody uses coins, right? Which reminds me, I've been meaning to bring this up. There are, what's it called? Phone cases. Yes, phone cases that have little card slots, right? And then it hit me that people have those card slots to basically emulate the NFC readers built into some phones. Basically a low-tech way to copy that. Do you know what the NFC reader is? It basically spits back out the magnetic strip that's on a credit card, but from your phone instead. That way, card readers will get the same data anyways and be able to, well, charge your card from your phone instead of your card. But of course, well, some phones don't have that. What's the word I'm looking for? Capability. Yes, thank you. And it bothers me. I don't know why it bothers me that phone cases have that. When in actual fact, some people don't realize that they have an NFC reader on their phone and just slot the card into their phone case. It really bothers me that they're not making full use of their phone. It bothers me so much. My hands are shaking in frustration. Good lord. Calm. Hey, is that? Oh no. The hair highlights. I thought that was a smiley face. Is he here? On my OBS, I swear I saw a smiley face. Doesn't it look like a smiley face though? Anyways, why don't we treat this more like we're looking for useful artifacts? Outdated books and old manga are not. I beg your pardon? Well, seeing as how, well, people are digitizing, and then, soft records, data records, can be so easily corrupted and lost. Hard copies should be treasured, like the first edition of whatever popular manga, or whatever issue it premiered in, debuted, published in. Indulgence, yes, dojins. Dojins as in indies, right? Self-printed stuff, self-published stuff. Yes, that's the word, self-published. They're not ever going to get reprints. Oh. The first example I can think of was like I guess the first, what is it, print first issue? Sorry, I'm thinking of Dojin games, like first edition issues of Fate Stay Night, right? Hey, wait, I'm pretty sure I did, right? Whatever, I'll say it anyways. Did you know Fate Stay Night was a dojin? Yeah, and it is what it is from that. And eroge. But, oh, right, I wanted to say this. Wait, have I said it before? Screw it, I'll say it anyways. Honestly, some eroges are... Wait, no, they actually have a term for that. I can't remember the terms. But anyway, some eroges are more of stories with ero tacked on, as opposed to the other way around. I'm very certain that there are Japanese terms for these. But anyway, Fate Stay Night was more story tacked with ero. And there are some treasures out there that are, like that. Stories with ero tacked on. And you really shouldn't just brush off all eroges just because, they're labeled eroges. Some genuinely have very good stories. Which reminds me, Song of Saya, I believe? There's a horror game. Saya no Uta. I need to check if it's on Steam, actually, now I think about it. I know it's very it's disturbing. Sorry, Coral. Maybe I should play more light novel games. No, not light novel games. Visual novel games. That's the word. That's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, sorry. I got sidetracked from Warcraft. Sorry. Ah, right. Those stuff are treasures. Don't knock them off, huh? All information is valuable to the Knowledge and Liberation Front. Whether it's new or not, people are always clamoring for the latest content. Yeah, but when the latest content is moldy old books and manga. Why are you so determined to be negative about this? Cleaning sounds. Wait a second. Mary, come here. What, did you find something? I found Luna, volumes 4 to 21. Wow, that's a lot. But it's such a shame you don't have 1 to 3. Because that's where it builds. Any story at the start has to build to something. Well, no, except these days, they didn't do the OP protagonist right off the bat. I don't like those. I really don't like those. Pretty sure I said it before. They lack substance. In my eyes, a hero's journey. No, not the hero's journey thing. They lack the struggle. You know? It's like... I don't have an example on hand. I can't quote that one. No, that one's... I guess I could. After all, it is comic material. I'll say it anyways. What was it? Superior Spider-Man. Right. That was the arc where Spider-Man was, quote-unquote, possessed by Dr. Octopus, who proceeded to try to be the quote-unquote superior Spider-Man. It's not possession or he didn't take over his body. No, he was... The method in which Dr. Octopus, quote-unquote, took over Spider-Man's body was brainwashing. Okay? That was brainwashing. They even explicitly said that Dr. Octopus... It was... Pretty sure, very sure it was brainwashing because it was Dr. Octopus's brainwave patterns overriding Peter Parker's. That's brainwashing, friend. Not possession. But that aside, in that arc, there were instances where they showcased Peter Parker's subconscious struggling against everything that he has survived so far. Even an entire building collapsing on top of him. But it was the struggles, you know? If someone hands you a magic bag that solves all your problems, your only struggles are finding the right tools. God forbid that thing doesn't have an auto sword or a find. I will strangle such protagonists myself. Where was I going from this? Right, volumes 1 to 3, building. Yeah, it's similar. It's similar to the struggle I was referring to. Yeah, there's the OP characters right off the bat. Right, the OP characters that get OP right off the bat, they don't have any substance. They aren't built up. Calm. It's hard to believe I was depressed earlier today. Hmm. What's Luna? Meru, you don't know about Luna? And you call yourself a member of the Knowledge Liberation Front? Well, you see, I'm disappointed in you. These stories are legendary. It's about two characters named Luna who experience life together. There's something for everyone. Love, life, funk themes, a band, movies, and everything. Mm. The final volume 22 took kind of a turn, but you really missed out on something amazing, Miro. What a shame. Do you mean that you pity me for missing out, or do you find my ignorance shameful? Well, I've never once thought you were shameful, Meru. You know that. That's true. Anyway, I happen to own volumes 1 to 3. Why don't you take this chance to get acquainted with Luna? Do I have to? Of course! We are the Knowledge Liberation Front. All information is equally valuable, and Luna is no exception. You're just using the Knowledge Liberation Front as an excuse to make me read this, aren't you? Hey, at least you have a book buddy. It's so hard to find book buddies. She got engrossed, didn't she? Don't you just love it when you recommend book to someone and they get engrossed? Well done. Oh, it's later than I thought. That means she enjoyed herself. Lovely. Does that mean you liked it? Tell me, what did you think? First, it wasn't bad, but it was all over the place. Want to bet? Or maybe, I think I get where this direction is going now. She thinks it's not enough and decides to, publish a doujin for it. You don't think the storyline feels a little contrived? Well, excuse me? It's just creating conflict for conflict's sake, or they use freak accidents to write off characters that get too complicated. Well, some critics did point that out back in the manga's heyday. But that doesn't mean the characters aren't appealing. Take Volume 16, for example. Luna's confrontation with the studio manager. I'll admit the characterization was good, especially considering the publication year. But the story itself is too convoluted. It got so bad that it actually ruins some of the volumes, if you ask me. Like in the last volume, last part in Volume 21, they left too many loose ends. You said Volume 22 is the final volume, right? I'm not sure that's enough to tie all those up. What do you think? No, actually, Volume 22 doesn't exist. What? Why not? That's a terrible way to end things. Yeah, shit does happen like that, by the way. Some for good reason, though. Others for just bad reasons. Yeah, there was that one manga series. I think my brain is subconsciously blocking the title. I can't for the life of me think about it. But I remember that author somehow is popular enough that wasn't their first series. It was like their second, I think. The first one was popular and also was more or less cancelled. Yeah, the first. Okay, let's get off that topic. That one was a bad example. Well, not so much good, but series get cancelled because the author passes away. Yeah, those are hard to say that's a good example. It's really sad. Such a shame. And it's not just manga series or light novel series either. It's really sad to see like serialized work go unfinished because of that. Really sad. Yeah, a terrible way to end things. Expert? I didn't catch that. right and made you the expert, Meru. Huh? I just want to know why there's no final volume to wrap up the story. And another thing. Another thing? You're not a real author. Who are you to judge? You never think things through before you commit them to a page. You're no better than they are. And just think of a scene, then you just think of a scene and then force every character and storyline to fit in. You're flawed, just like you say this story is. So, what makes you such an authority on subject? What's going on with you? What's wrong? I've just had it. Okay, I need to get this off my chest. Arguing in the background, and not arguing, lecturing. Let's not forget that you. Wait, what? How'd you get to eating my fried pancake? Yeah, I do love pancake. I wouldn't. Yeah, you don't mess with my food. No, I wouldn't forget either. Mm-mm. It was sitting out all day. I just assumed it was up for grabs. You should have labeled. You don't label food. Okay, you can put it like a saucer and then label that, but you could just move it. I hate thieves. I shouldn't have needed to. If it's not yours, don't touch it. It's common sense. I beg to differ. If you see food like on the verge of spoiling, you do not let it go to waste. On the verge of spoiling is debatable, however. You never consider anyone else. You just do whatever you want. You're so inconsiderate, you know? Huh? I don't have to stand here and take this. I have tons to say to you, too. You have no right to complain, would you? Take the book orders. And more arguing. There's. It's okay, you both love books in different ways. We keep it. Oh. Well, okay. Multiple copies for, well, preservation, for display, and for actual reading. And maybe sharing. I bet you mistakenly placed a duplicate order, huh? I had no choice. I'm looking for a limited edition. It's really hard to get. The reason doesn't matter. No, thanks to you, the secretary refused to approve any orders for 2 months. How are you going to fix that? So? You say that like I'm the only one doing whatever I want. You're just as bad, Momochi. Those are two completely unrelated things. No, they aren't. Momoji is bringing up the point that she does whatever wants. Meru does whatever wants in her works. However, Meru is pointing out that Momoji is doing whatever she wants with her book orders. Honestly, I would. On the topic of behavior, it's the same thing, but yeah, Meru is arguing based on behavior while Momoji is arguing based on her, work. Fine, whatever. Keep acting like you're better than everyone else and see what happens. See if I care. You're not going to scare me with threats. Because I don't care about you either. I'm sorry, I saw her. I don't know, her top knot caught my eye. And don't you just want to grab it? No other reason. Just grab it. No pulling. No bullying. Just Or maybe swiping at it like a cat. Shit. Whatever. Fine. Just walk away when I'm talking to you. Good riddance. I'll be just fine on my own. Yeah. I hope. I don't understand why people aren't fine with, solitude and relish it. Oh, no, 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 go back. I was trying to take a picture. Ah, well. Wait, wasn't I? Ah, right, I haven't finished that X1, or rather, haven't attempted at all. Eh. It was 12 chapters? 12 episodes, sorry. I'll probably split this up into 2. Maybe. I'll do the X episode, X stage, some other time. The next time. No matter how much work I do, there's always more. Yeah. Hmm? Sensei? Well, you don't look so good. You're clearly busy today. I can call back another time. Meru, what's wrong? Is there a problem? You don't need to make a fuss. Just because I'm so much doesn't mean there's a problem. I mean, really, what do you take me for? Am I that? Oh, I'm kidding. You're right. There is something. It hadn't really occurred to me before, but I suppose I could use some advice. But you look busy, and I don't want to inconvenience you, Sensei. You look like you're about to pass out. I'll be right there. Just hang tight. Sensei? Sensei? If only actual teachers were so dedicated. You were so quick to act, Sensei. What can I say? I'm procrastinating. Not so much dedication as it is. I know that feeling. You'll end up having to pull an all-nighter to get it done, right? But I suppose that's just human nature. We'll do anything to delay the inevitable as long as possible. I understand. You know the deadline is coming, but you still just want to have fun. Sounds like I'm confessing something. Are you? You sounded very serious. Did I? I am a little stressed, but was it that obvious? A bit. I know this moment is easy with you. Yeah, that's why I called you, Sensei. When she left the library. You want to tell me what happened? Well, you see... Meru, I think you're in the wrong on this one. Well, what? Why are you taking her side? I mean, afterward, I did wonder if I went a little too far. But I'm a creative too. I just stated my professional opinion. The story was lacking. It's nothing to get angry over. Well, I suppose someone else might think differently. And I did reflect on it. It's not like I didn't. You two argue often? Not that often. Sure, we disagree from time to time. But Mushi and I just have different opinions on things. In a job like this, you can't not have strong opinions. It seems like any other disagreement we've had. I figured we could make up eventually. But Momoshi isn't answering her phone. I don't know what to do. You know, I think they do well together with the game development department. Yes, McDojan Games. Yes, yes, yes. I've never seen Momiji that angry. She's never run out of the library like that. What should I do, Sensei? Why don't you try being honest and apologizing? But if she's not picking up her phone, I thought I wouldn't have called you, Sensei. It's always been like this. Nothing I say gets through to her. Hmm? You disagree? Hmm. I don't want to step in, honestly. Give her a sincere apology and we'll be fine. Honestly, it's important to have the right wordings when you speak. Like if you ask someone if you mind going to the bathroom, and they say no, that means you're free to go. Most people usually say, "Can I go?" or "May I go?" If you say, "Do you mind?" instead, it reverses the answer. And if they answer on replays, yeah, yeah, that kind of thing, you know. It's the kind of thing that lawyers pull, and fraudsters, and scam artists, con artists. I don't like any of those professions. This is some story in a novel. There's no way a sincere apology is enough. I mean, even if it were a novel, nobody would say it was too shallow, simplistic even. Well then, what do you think you should do, Mira? Talking to her isn't enough. I need a more methodical approach. Some kind of reconciliation formula. And somehow this concludes that leads her to the conclusion that she has to finish volume 22. Luna. The final volume 22 took kind of a turn, but I just want to know why there's no following volume to wrap up the story. Oh, is Momiji in pursuit of it? That's it! Sensei, you know what to do. I thought I'd check in and see how that idea of yours is working out, Mary. Great! It's like this. You know how Momiji and I fought over the Luna story? Well, after that, I did some research. It turns out that the reason nobody can get the final volume is because sales at the time were terrible, and so they only printed a few copies of it. Now they're extremely rare, so much so that it's known as the elusive Luna Volume 22. If I can get my hands on a copy of the final volume, Momiji will have to forgive me. I don't think so. It feels. I suppose it depends on what words she delivers it with, right? It's awfully, how you say, half-hearted. And I suppose the other half is, well, in the apology. I still want to see if I can pat down that top knot. I honestly do love her messy hair, though. I would know. Messy hair. It's the perfect plan. I'm sure it'll work out. I could go along with the marriage plan for now. You're awfully quiet, Sensei. I guess that means you have no objections? Ah, you always understand me. I'm so glad I asked for your help, Sensei. Now, I just need to figure out how to get my hands on such a rare book. At least we have a goal. If I take it one step at a time, I'm sure a solution will come to me. Our quest to complete the Luna set starts now. Your first thought was to go outdoors? I'm not a shut-in. Sure, I prefer the indoors, but still. I know when it's time to go out and get some fresh air. Now, our first stop should be here. Veterinary Library. I'm sure we could help. I haven't been here in ages. It smells just like I remember. What is this place? It's a whole street dedicated to used books. Oh, I wish such a thing existed. The Knowledge Liberation Front comes here all the time. You see, these aren't your typical bookstores. They specialize in rare and out-of-print books. Doesn't matter how old the book is or what it's about, you can find it here. Just be careful. This place is pretty cutthroat. They eat newbies like you would for breakfast. That's terrifying. I guess you never got the memo about the industry's dark side, huh, Sensei? I can explain. The first thing you need to know is that everything here is marked up like crazy because sellers expect to negotiate. So they love it when naive buyers come around. Then there's the fact that not everything they're selling is strictly legal or safe. It would cause many problems if the authorities caught wind. And no regulation means the less reputable sellers try to pass off fakes to unsuspecting buyers. You wanna know why we come here anyways? Well, regardless of quality or legality or even safety, it's better for collectors to keep it than to let it end up in a landfill somewhere. Right? And last, if all you're doing is window shopping, no one will bother you. And with that, here we are. The shop that will have the final volume of Luna. But this place can get pretty rough. It's the Wild West in there. Survival of the fittest, so you should probably hold my hand for safety. I'm not sure I'd call a bookshop the Wild West, Mara, dear. Anyway. Why does this book have library on it? Oh, that probably came from a library and they forgot to remove the tag. Let's start searching, okay? Volume 22 of Luna, here we come. Stolen books. We've been searching for 3 hours now. If you want... God, I'm sleepy. It's been a long day. Very long day. Very tired. Very depressing. I want to crawl into a bed. If you want to find a needle in a haystack, you had to do a lot of looking. That's it. I think we've done all we can on this side of the street. Let's go to the next place. I bet you didn't know this, Alice. But I bet you didn't notice this alley before, did you? If we go through here, it's a tight squeeze, but the bookshop through here has some really old stuff. If that book is anywhere, it'll be here. I'm afraid we failed our mission, Captain Meru. Yes, I said Nera there. Oops. How? My plan was perfect. Oh? A crowd? No, leaving. It feels like we're back to square one. This is ridiculous. All that searching and we still don't have a clue where to find it. The rumor said she was elusive, but this is beyond my expectations. Luna is quite the formidable opponent. I thought I recognized your voice. How unfortunate I ran into you here, Mary. That voice. Yuri? Sorry, Yuri from IMOS. Doesn't she look like her? One moment. Yeah, she's got the look. It's been quite some time. How are you? Episode finished? Hmm. The final volume. Wait, why did it say part 2 instead of episode 2? The first one said episode. It said episode, right? I'm not imagining things, right? Block it out, block it out. Block out the memory. This jerk. Childish name calling from a self-proclaimed author. Unpredictable. Perhaps you should consult a thesaurus the next time you attempt to insult me, Mary. You might be more successful. I don't need one. Besides, my thesaurus you think is any thesaurus you think is good would probably give me nightmares. That was a classy joke for you, Mary. Perhaps just this one something to give you a compliment. You'll deign, will you? You know, those high credit words make you sound more snooty than sophisticated. Ah, so you can read between the lines. Very good. I was worried you wouldn't understand. Honestly, I do love those kinds of insults. Delicious. Sharp and venomous, yes. Okay, that's enough, both of you. And who might this be? Ah, that's right. This is your first time meeting Takane. Takane is also one of the name. Well, not the full name. One of the, but yeah, an Aima's character. Shijo. Well, I suppose the writers might be into it. Why don't I introduce you? It's such a shame that you'd be the one to introduce us. However, I can't very well ask you to introduce yourself. Such impropriety is beneath me. Is it? In that case, I'd be perfectly happy to let you get down on your knees and tearfully beg us to forgive your arrogance. You've gone too far. You quit that! You can't just shoot at people every time you get mad. You know, this is why no one likes you. Well, that and nobody wants to be your friends. Be friends with a sarcastic know-it-all. Mary, honey, you're no different than I am. You, the fledgling author who finally joined the club event only to be ignored by everyone involved. You had to pretend you didn't care just to save face. I'm warning, if you say one more word. Oh. Oh my. Right, this is... Yes, I don't even get a scene. I'm not even a line in. Oh my. I'm positively delighted to meet you, Sensei. I've heard so much about you. My name is Miyoshi Takane. Takane. Miyoshi Takane. 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 Miyoshi Takane. Takane. Miyoshi Takane. The Takane comes out off when I say her full name. I work in Red Winter's publishing department, writing reviews about new works for the Red Bear. Publishing department. Yes, it's an exclusive club for students at Red Winter who wish to dedicate themselves to the fields of writing and publication. Not to boast, but I'm proud to share that as a reviewer, I have read and reviewed every book published out of Red Winter. And yet you boast. Next time you have a moment, you should stop by the publishing department. Don't you dare invite Sensei and ignore me. I have first dibs. Curious, I assume you're so determined to remain recluse that you would never crawl out of your den. And yet here you are. There's such a thing as site visits, you know. Isn't that something you usually ask your assistants to do for you? But I don't see her right now. Tell me, where is Moji? She had other engagements today. Since when are the two of you apart? You're together so often I started to think you were joined at the hip. What's wrong, Miri? You're uncharacteristically silent all of a sudden. Or your signature brash retorts. If I'm being completely honest, I'm a touch concerned. You should be grateful that I care. On second thought, don't thank me. I'd rather not see you grovel. Just commit to one mood or the other. This flip-flopping is tiresome. The books that come on a Red Winter. Yes, but again, I don't mean to brag. This is what it's like when you're not bragging. Does that mean you're familiar with Luna? Luna? Yes, I am familiar with the work. Why are you and Marie so interested in it? Looking for the final volume. The infamous final volume of Luna? Has she not read it? Or she's read it and she's just, well, lost track of it? I see. And right when Momoji is nowhere to be found. Well, it pains me to be right, but I knew this would happen someday, Memory. What? You heard me. Look at how you conduct your personal affairs. Honestly, I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. You have the audacity to criticize my personal life? You who criticizes everything and everyone that talks in circles so no one can understand you? I'll have you know that criticism is an art form. I see perspectives that others can't. I shine a light on otherwise unappreciated works. It's high time you understood that. Yes, criticism is an art form. It takes a certain sharp wit to make someone enjoy being scolded. Critics like you would be nowhere without creators like me. Nonsense. A good review makes a work of art shine. What would a good novel be without someone to read it? That's a bunch of Red Winter nonsense, on par with President Cherno's propaganda. Nonsense or not, it's true. Can we get back to the last volume of Luna? Right. I understand your situation, Sensei. Though I don't know why you're determined to help such an antisocial creature. Not antisocial, asocial. Difference. Now you're comparing me to a wild... Here's the bottom line, Sensei. The final volume of Luna, volume 22, has a very complicated history. It won't simply turn up just because you're dead set on finding it. What the heck does that mean? You know what? You seem to know a lot about Luna. I bet you're looking for it too, and you're trying to throw us off the scent. Huh. That's it, isn't it? Stop asking a bunch of questions at once. Didn't anyone ever teach you how to hold a conversation? Now, I'm about to give you important instructions, Mary. First, visit the publishing department. Huh? Why there? Because there is a clue to finding Luna Volume 22 there. If you want to find Volume 22, this is how you do it. You what? I'll be going now. I do hope I have another opportunity to see you, Sensei. You'll have memory around. That's the last straw, you. No. Hey, wait! I like Takane. Takane. The pronunciation will bother me. Leave it to Takane to talk nonsense. I'm still not convinced she was actually helping us. At least she gave us a clue, right? Yeah, that was unusual. Do you think Takane knows something about Luna we don't? I don't know, but we should definitely visit the publishing department. I hate to admit it. I think she gave us decent advice. The publishing department has information about every book ever published, but in Midwinter. You're sure to have something about Luna too. Ooh. This is the publishing department. I'm surprised that isn't sure now. Yep, most of the books distributed by Midwinter Academy are made here. Amazing. Amazing is one word for it. They've been known to print some pretty unusual stuff. I mean, really unusual. Probably propaganda. They also do favors for the Knowledge Liberation Front when we need to print our newsletter. It's not exactly a fringe organization, but I can hear you even when you're quiet, you know. Oyo? Dare? Here she is. Yes, the Dread Publishing Department head is here. I don't know what brings you this way, but it's nice to finally meet you, Meru. Or should I call you Meruri? Meru is just fine, Yakumo. Yakumo? Are all their names based on Dojin stuff? Yakumo of Toho. Well, at the very least, I'm guessing the writers of this story really into anime and Dojin stuff. The publishing department, yes, we handle everything related to books printing, binding, packaging, management, sales, and business expansion. I'm Aramaki Yakumo. I also manage the Red Bear. I see. I think I've seen it before. Isn't it Cherno's propaganda? Yes, that's right. Just then, a sheet of paper fluttered past. I condemn abominable mustaches who throw away yogurt lids without licking them. Wow, you print stuff like this? You print both Cherno propaganda and flyers denouncing her? Why wouldn't I? It doubles my sales. I like her. Profiteering. Maniacal, business-minded. Deviant. Take the Red Bear, for example. If we include both a feature praising President Chernow and a caricature of President Chernow, we hit readers on both sides of the aisle. Why choose one? You can make a profit of both. That's one way to look at it. The logic's a little tough to follow, though. I'll take that as a compliment. So, what shall I call you? Sensei. That's who you are. Apologies, I nearly lost my composure. I pride myself on being the laid-back head of publishing. Anyway, welcome to the publishing department, Sensei. I heard so many amazing things about you that I started to wonder if you were even real. Now, we need a feature for the next issue of the Red Bear. Why don't we run a special interview featuring Sensei's tour of the publishing department? No. She'd probably dramatize it. Oh, come on, you can trust us. You'll benefit from it too, you know. The Knowledge Federation Front regularly misses deadlines, has an ambiguous fan base, and prints all kinds of strange material. The publishing department, however, has solid capital, publicity, and strong backing from the Secretariat Office. Isn't that the whole Secretariat Office thing supposed to be a secret? Oh, I got caught up in the sales pitch. You just pretend you didn't hear that last bit. Now let's continue with the story. You're here because we need some information. Oh, a deal is it? I help you and you grant me a favor in return. I'm glad we have an understanding after all. Though you're quite naughty, Sensei. If you had a deal in mind, you should have said so and avoided all this confusion. Clean out your ears, Yakumo. Sensei didn't say anything like that. Oh? It's not like that? Never, no! Maru, calm down. I'm asking Sensei what they meant, not you. If you answer our questions, I'll do your interview. Sensei! You'd be skinned alive for agreeing to that! Excuse me, but skinned alive? I meant that figuratively, not literally, of course. Fine. The publishing department doesn't work with leather anyway. Huh? Parchment? Well, anyway, let's get to the point. The point being Luna. Ah, yes, Luna. The name sounds familiar, or like it feels like a black cat staring at me, its bandana flapping in the breeze from the far recesses of my memory. That sounds rather dangerous. I know why. The name reminded me of a similar story. Really? Yes, it was a comic published ages ago. I doubt it's still around. Anyway, that's why I couldn't remember the right one. Ah, yes, it's coming back to me now. But why did you come to the publishing department? Takane said we should come here for a clue. Really? Takane. So, can you give us a clue? Right, a clue. Certainly. Something Sensei and Maru would find interesting, perhaps even fascinating. Yes, what is it? Well, I don't know much about the last volume of Luna, but don't worry, I've still got juicy in for you. Then quit beating around the bush and tell us. Luna boasts a very old and very dedicated fandom. It is alive in Redwinter even now. They still meet occasionally. They're pretty lively most of the time. The fandom still meets over their shared love of Luna? Fans that still gather even after the work is finished. Is that normal in Mera? No, it isn't. I mean, sure, once a work is complete, you might hear people talking about it from time to time. But if fans are talking about it and even rallying around it, well, not every work is good enough to earn that kind of dedication. Yes, the comic has quite a history. But But as far as when and where the gatherings take place... Actually, I do. What? How? I thought for sure you'd tell us you had no idea. Well, I am rather well informed. I have quite the network of resources, after all. Network of sources, sorry. Not resources. Sources. After all. We are the publishing department, no matter what anyone thinks of us. Earlier you said you couldn't remember that well. I said it was hard to remember quickly. Not that I don't know at all. Anyway, about the time and place. What is it? What is it? Not so fast. First, we need to discuss payment. I see you want to be compensated. Indeed. Shame Maru. Yeah, come on. What are you going to do? What are you going to ask Sensei to give you now? Not Sensei, Maru. I want something from you. Me? Yes. Nothing major. I may ask you to provide a manuscript in future. A manuscript? No way, none of the ones you've commissioned have been any good at all. No? Then I suppose you don't need the information about Luna after all? I'm disappointed. Since it's for Momoji, yeah, I can do it for Momoji. Okay, I'll do it. Are you okay with this deal, Meru? Yes, it's for Momoji. I can do this. Such a beautiful display of camaraderie. Brings a tear to my eye. Meru? Wait, I have conditions. I won't do anything really weird. It has to fit my style, something I believe in. Don't worry about that. If the manuscript I want happens to align with Meru's preferences, then so much the better for both of us. Now, I just need you to sign this contract agreeing to that your tablet and pen are forfeit if you don't fulfill your end of the deal. But that's so cruel. Yes, I suppose to a creator and editor would seem cruel. Now, please. So ominous. Like signing your soul to the devil. Does that mean I don't have to do anything? Why don't we discuss that later? It'll be more fun that way. Please be kind. I worry. Well? That top knot is adorable. Especially with the messy hair. Aw, can't move her. She walks around with the tablet. Wait, I don't see her animation, sorry. I find it a shame that I can't zoom in. One shot? Okay, she reloaded and shot off one. Why'd she reload again? One shot again. Yeah, she reloads again. Shoots. Special skill. Yeah, she reloads so often. What handgun is she using? Or is that a sawed off? Doesn't look like it. Or at least I can't see. She's ruling after every shot. I expected bears and rabbits, but attack drones? Where did they come from? Wait, isn't this the fandom gathering? What the heck? Over the river and through the woods. I envy your composure, Sensei. You're singing to take your mind off your frozen fingers? You should have said something. Here's a hand warmer. This reminds me. I lived in tropics, you see. The one time I went to a place with winter. Yeah, once the airport doors opened, I was like, the fuck? I can absolutely see why people don't want to leave a kotatsu, you know? And I experienced a kotatsu. So I can say from experience, that thing actually is devilish, you know? It lures you in and then doesn't want to let go. So comfy. During winter, that is. No need to thank me. Cold weather gear is essential to survive here in Redwinter. I'm glad we didn't have to go too deep into the mountains. Why are they meeting such a remote place? The knowledge celebration front's devotion and passion would be better spent. Look at the new edition. Isn't that just a reprint of an old edition? Objectively speaking, yes, but it's new to us. You know, since it's the first time we're seeing it. Yeah? Well, don't worry about old or new. The influx of new knowledge enriches the heart either way. Yes. At least she wants to make up. Never mind, forget it. Ferraro! Hmm. These two are probably, at the very least, probably parodies of mangas, but I don't recognize them. Toradora? No. Bad Apple, for sure. Definitely Dojin fans wrote this. Or drew this. Wait, where is this in the middle of the forest? Actually, yeah, where the hell are we? I think so. There really is a meeting all the way out here. And look how many books there are. The displays are packed. Everyone here is either reading, buying, or selling. Yeah, it reminds me of something I've seen before. Here, look, is this... Yes, what'd you find? Wait, is this what I think it is? The final volume of Luna. But it has a sample on it. Ah, of course. The full book is probably hidden somewhere. Hidden away somewhere. Oh, customers, thank you for coming. Please take a look around. The seller is thanking us for coming. I get used to this. Let's take a look at this, Sensei. It might just be the final volume of Luna that we've been looking for. It's been a while since I read a really good book. With their strengths combined, they face their final enemy. No, wait. Something about this ain't right. Luna is supposed to be romance. According to Moji, there's love, life, punk themes, a band, movies, and stuff like that. Why are they suddenly in a big battle scene? Does it matter? It's a good story. Yes, the layout and story are certainly impressive. Still, the style doesn't match the themes of Luna. None of it makes sense or fits with the rest of the story. This one's titled Luna's Finale. There's another one? But that would mean... they're all doujins, aren't they? Here! This one is a sample too, let's read it. They're all doujins, aren't they? In the end, the two Lunas went their separate ways? No, this isn't right. At least this one was about love, life, punk themes of band, movies, and everything it's supposed to be, but Luna's story plots are always about accepting each other's flaws and reconciling. They just completely threw that out the window and wrote a farewell. Yes, it was such a sad story. Yes, the writing was good. It pulled at all the right heartstrings. It was outstanding. But there is no way that's how the final volume of Luna is supposed to go. Here's another Luna. Is every volume of Luna displayed here different? I hope not, based on what I'm seeing, but that's the only conclusion I can make. Sensei, wait, don't look at the samples by yourself. Let's read it together. No one ever found out what happened to the two Lunas, but we carry on, starting a new life inspired by their sacrifice. That's the ending? No, I refuse to accept this. It must have a definitive ending. This came completely out of left field. Doesn't fit the rest of the story at all. It's just an epilogue of an epilogue of an epilogue. But wasn't the art really good? Yes, the art was amazing. A few panels even came across as an homage to classical art. But that's not the point. Pretty panels don't make it manga. It's about the story and appropriate ending. It's like they ignored the part we're most curious about and drew whatever ending they wanted. Look, Meru, there's a copy of Luna over there too. Don't bother, since it'll be just like the rest. I know what this place is. What all of these Luna volumes are. Found something you like? You know you're running special, a free illustration with any book. In fact, why don't you take a look at the latest edition? It was just released. Sales of G Luna are limited to one book per person. Please wait your turn. It's a doujin event. We're at an official Luna convention. This is all fanfic. What, Meru? I don't understand. So... in the end, the final volume of Luna was in our hearts all along. I certainly hope that's not the ending they're going to. I'm really annoyed. Well, at the same time, it'd be so cliche that you can't not do it, you know? You can't not do it. You can't. Or whatever, that you have to do it. I see, Luna's fans organized a massive meetup. So all these Luna endings, it's just what they think might have happened? Exactly. Everything here is fan fiction. Their idea of what the final volume could have been or should have been. Whatever they can dream up, be it fantastical, counter the original plot. An epilogue, an epilogue, an epilogue. There's fan fiction here that can, at the convention, anything goes. So fans recreate their own version of the final volume of Luna? Yeah, that's why every single one of them is different and the interpretations stray so far from the original. Some of them are purely the product of the author's own desire. Isn't desire what inspires amazing creations? Why are you trying so hard to justify the sensei? Yes, I suppose that makes sense, but whether clumsy or eloquent, each volume proves one thing above all else. The fans here have a true and undying love for Luna. But why do they have this event? Why would everyone create their own final volume of Luna? So you found your way here after all, memory. Huh? End episode. Star to Luna? She sounds adorable. Episode 5. Everyone has secrets. So you found your way here after all, memory. What are you doing here? Hello, Takane. Hello, Sensei. I hope you've been well. I only half expected to run into you too. I'm a little surprised to see you here, but I'm glad too. You're glad? Did you actually mean for me to hear that? What do you think? You mean to tell me that you sent us to the publishing department hoping we'd end up here? Your desperate quest to find the final volume of Luna from Momoji was always hopeless. Volume 22 of Luna never existed. But I've seen listings for it on the internet. There aren't many, but they're there. Anything you find on the internet will be more of those stories here. Luna is a masterpiece. It dominated an era and was an incredible hit. But it had some bad luck. The saddest thing about Luna is that the final volume was never released. Why is that? As I said, Luna made a splash, but over time the market lost interest. Really, it didn't get a fair review at the time. There was never actually anything wrong with the story, but it broached topics that the audience wasn't really ready for. So it got mixed reviews. Yeah. Stuff like that does happen, sadly. But that's a tale as old as time, isn't it? True masterpieces aren't recognized until, well, after their time. I can't imagine Luna is the only work to suffer that fate. Yeah, shame. Huge shame. As a critic, I know that better than anyone else. It's why I try so hard to read and critique as much as I possibly can. So you knew all along that I would never find the final volume. Then why would you use such a roundabout way of telling me? I wanted to test you, Mary. You have so much pride and you don't work to build any relationships. Since you were searching for the final volume of Luna, I thought doing this, getting you here, would force you to go outside your comfort zone. In other words, you knew how desperate I was and thought I'd submit to anything. Is that about right? Yes, and I was right. You came all the way here and... I am sorry I dragged you into this, Sensei. You wanted to help them make amends, didn't you? I just want to see you find your own way here, Mary. That's all. That doesn't sound like you at all. Don't believe her, Sensei. I'm sure this is some kind of trick. It's completely uncalled for. You should talk. Alright, that's enough. Yes, sensei. I know you're looking out for me. What are you doing here anyway, Takane? Well, there you are, President. Everyone is looking for you. Let's go. President? You knew what this was and where it is. Someone just called you President. Guess the cat's out of the bag. Yes, I'm the president of the Luna Club. You organized this fanfic event. Wait. This is too much information too fast. You organized this event because you want the final volume too, didn't you? What if I did? You just gave us a whole speech about how critics help bring light to a variety of works that would otherwise go unnoticed. But you're just collecting and reading works about your favorite story. Talk about a hypocrite. What are you doing? I do hope to see Tuck on his unit. Her angry, flustered shooting. I hope it gets turned into a skill. It'd be adorable to watch. If anyone finds out about this, it will ruin my reputation as an impartial critic. What's worse is that you, Mary, are teasing me just for liking something. I've decided it would be better if you were silenced. What? You're the one who sent me here in the first place. Things change. Really, do you hear how crazy you sound right now? I suppose you're right. But it's not just me, you know. There will always be people who want to see how it ends. Some worry about the original author who just disappeared one day. Some say it was irresponsible of them not to finish it. But every single person who loves Luna wants more of it. They don't want it to die with the original author, so they started creating their own stories. And so here we are. Are you saying that each person is creating a brand new ending in their own style? It's their own interpretation. Yes, there are so many interpretations of this work as there are friends. There are as many... Blah, 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 blah. Tongue, please. No one will ever know which one is correct, so every interpretation is valued and respected equally. Of course, everyone wants their version to stand out and be recognized. It's in the nature of every creator. Regardless, it's fan fiction in the end, isn't it? My point is, you are never going to find the final volume of Luna or use it to reconcile with Momiji. But there is something you can do. Gift her one of the Luna fanfics here and the one with the best review. If there's anything that will show Momiji how much you care, it's that. So that's why you brought me here. You're right. You're absolutely right. I can't find a final volume. I can at least get her the next best thing. I'm pretty sure it's not about the next best thing, but the spirit of it. Hard to put into words. Even you can see reason sometimes. Wonderful. The thing is, sometimes when something feels so right that you have no choice but to do it, it makes you want to dig your heels in. What do you mean? I'm going to create something too. What? I'm going to write the final volume of Luna. Huh? Worry. I kind of feel like that's a very good stopping point, though. Yeah, I think I'll end it here. So, In summary, Momiji and Meru fought over, well, their interpretation of their opinions of Luna. Momiji disappeared after their fight, and now Meru wants to make up. However, how does she make up? By finding the final volume of Luna, only to follow the breadcrumbs and find out that there is no final volume, no true final volume. And so proceeds to make one herself. Make it up herself. Though I'm pretty sure she was missing what Takane was trying to tell her. That it's about the spirit of wanting. No. That's not it. It's so hard to put into words. Appreciation, I suppose. One can appreciate many different aspects of the story and want to, and in all those many ways, people can also, well, extrapolate different things and want to exaggerate? No. Emphasize different aspects of the story in a fictional final chapter that doesn't exist. Honoring? Yes. Honoring Luna in their own way. Hmm. Anyway, tomorrow. TGIF. Yes, I can do it tomorrow. This is Dreed. Oh, right. Before that, like and subscribe, etc., etc. YouTube's a... Don't say it. YouTube is difficult. Yes, let's say that. YouTube is difficult. This is Dreed. Just read, yeah? I do so love reading. Oh yeah? Didn't have to go live.